arrived, welcome. I'm Lisa from PosterMyWall. I'm here with Suzy, who's helping me out on the comments and technology today. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's class is an introduction to PosterMyWall for you beginner and intermediate level users. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to review PosterMyWall's basic features. Our goal is that by the end of today, you'll be ready to jump onto PosterMyWall and create your own beautiful designs for your social media, print, digital signage, whatever your graphic and promotional needs are. If you have any questions today, please type them in the comments. And if we don't get to your comment live, we will get back to it later today. During the demo, if you would like to open PosterMyWall in another browser and click and create along with me, I would encourage that. The best way to get comfortable with PosterMyWall is to just practice and play around. So I would encourage you to do that, or later this video is going to live here on our Facebook page. And if you'd like to go back in and stop and start and try things as I'm doing them, that would be great too. So let's get started. For those of you who are new to PosterMyWall, we are a one-stop solution for design, creation, and distribution. Our team is passionate about simplifying design and empowering everyone to create stunning graphics and videos, even if you have no artistic talent. What that means is that you can create really, really kick-butt flyers, social media, website graphics, anything you need for your marketing without spending a lot of money on it. Think about that, great marketing on a minimal budget. How does that make you feel? As someone who's been a solopreneur for the last decade, I would have to say that it makes me feel awesome. So we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get right into our demo. Okay, Suzy, can you see my PosterMyWall screen?
That I can, Lisa.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So what makes PosterMyWall so great is our templates. We have over 150,000 templates that are designed by artists that you can either use as is or customize with your own photos, copy, logo, whatever you want. So today I'm going to show you here's what your look looks like when you get to the PosterMyWall page. Okay, if you've already got designs, you can click My Stuff up here or this big button to see all of the posters and designs you've made so far. Or if you're starting from scratch, you go up to the top right here where it says Create a Design. If you wanted a blank canvas, you would click Start from Scratch. But today, since we're going to be using a template, we're going to click on Browse Templates. You can see what this does is it brings up a lot of templates. These are all categories. If you click on any of these, church, party, restaurant, healthcare, there are dozens of categories and you click on what you want and you can browse the choices in those categories. Or if you want to narrow it down, you can use our search function either up here or down here. So I'm going to click Sale and enter. And you can see that it's narrowed it down quite a bit. Another way that you can narrow down your templates is by size. Say you knew you were going to be designing for Instagram, you would click on Social Media Graphics, Instagram Post, and you can see everything is already sized for Instagram. Now, if the template you find and you like best is not sized for what you want, say you wanted a Facebook post and you found something that was square, we have a resize button that I will show you later that one click and it'll change the canvas size and you'll just have to move things around. I'm going to narrow this down just a little bit more by clicking Fall. And we'll see what we can find here. So as you go through the templates, there's just dozens. If you see something you like, you click on it and you get a bigger view. If you don't like it, close it and search some more. Okay, today we're going to do this one. It's pretty simple and you'll see how much you can change the look and feel of something as little or as much as you want. I click Customize Template underneath the image. And here we are inside of the design tool. Now, once you get inside the design tool, first thing you might want to do is name your graphic. I'm going to just call it Sale Flyer. And then you kind of want to click around, see what the elements are. You can see this has a border, some copy, a photo. And if you're new to PosterMyWall, I recommend you just get in there and start clicking around and playing with things. You can see that if you pull the handles at the edges, you're making things bigger and smaller. Move everything around. Important to know, if you make a mistake, don't worry. Right here on the left, we have undo and redo. So if you didn't like, if you say, move this over there, you weren't happy, you click undo, it is right back to where it started. Other key thing to know, if you need to zoom in, down here on the right, plus button zooms in, minus button zooms out, and this frame will take it to the ideal size to fit your screen. Okay, now this poster has a background that's kind of a beige color. If you wanted to change that background, you can click over here on the left, the background button, and you can change it to either a solid color, gradient, transparent. You can upload a photo or get one of our stock photos. The other way to touch it, if you click right on the edge here, actually, I'm going to click there. You can see that also gets you to the background. And if you wanted to say change it to white, then you could change it to white. Now, while we're over here, I'm going to show you how to change colors of things. This applies to almost all of our tools. What's really nice is that you can see as you move through the color wheel and as you change, you can just play around and you can see what those colors are. It'll also give you some choices. If you have a hex color, you can type that in there. And what I love best is to use Pick from Design. If you click right here with the little water dropper, click the water dropper, and you can see as you move over the photo, you can pick a color that looks good with the photo by using a color that was in your photo. Again, if you have any questions, you can type them right into the comments. I'm going to move on now to copy and fonts. Suzy, were there any questions so far?
We've had two so far. One viewer wanted to know if we do have a promo package for teachers, and one viewer asked if we have backgrounds. Don't know if it was Zoom backgrounds, but it's a good question.
Okay, I'm not sure what you meant by backgrounds, but when we get to the backgrounds for the photos and things, I will show you how that works, because we definitely have photos and videos that you can use for backgrounds, as well as I just showed you, you can do colors or gradients of colors. The promotional packages we'll answer later today in the comments. Okay, copy and fonts. Now we showed you already how you can, you've got the same color picker with your fonts, right? So you can change the colors. Right, you just click on the word that you want to change. And if you want to change the word, you just have to insert the cursor. So I'm going to change this one down here. Click once, it activates it. Click a second time. Let me do that again. Click once, you activate it. Second time, it inserts the cursor so you can type. Click twice, it grabs the whole word. So you can just change it out, say, to PosterMyWall.com. So that's how you customize your copy. And if you had clicked it 3 times, it would have grabbed the entire line. So you can add as much or as little copy as you want. If you wanted to add more text, up here on the left, the big T is the text tool. At the top, it says Add Plain Text. You click it, and there you go. It adds text. And again, click it once to get the handle. Okay, click away. Click on it once to get the handles. Click twice to get the word. Type in the new word. Okay, if you want, again, changing the size of the font, if you wanted it bigger, there is a slider here, which is pretty dramatic if you need to get it much bigger, much smaller. You could type in the point size you wanted if you knew what you wanted, or use the little arrows here up and down if you just wanted to make minor adjustments. Again, dragging the handles makes it bigger and smaller. And if you want to change the fonts, we have dozens of fonts. Pull down menu here, and you can see it shows the fonts in what they're going to turn out like. Let me make this bigger so you can see it. I'm gonna get rid of that text that says sale for now. Add blue text. You can just keep clicking around and changing the sizes and the colors and the fonts until you find exactly what you want. Final thing with text, there's this lever up here. You can tilt it. So if you decide you want your text at an angle or completely horizontal, vertical, you can do that. I'm going to get rid of this piece for now. We'll get back to that later. I showed you how to change the background. Same thing with this clip art, the border. You can go in. So you want a little darker. You want a little bluer. You can just click around and change it to whatever you need it to be. Now, say you think this is a little dull and you want to dress it up a little bit. We have an option here to add clip art. Two options here. One is adding shapes. And this is where that border came from. So you can see there's just gazillions of shapes. And say if we add an arrow, you can take that arrow, you can change the direction, make it longer and thinner, change the color, anything you want. Get rid of that too. The other option under clip art is the clip art. Now it's Halloween, so maybe we want, say, a bat. So you type in what you want, you pick either from Storyblocks or Pixabay for stock images, and you can decide which bat you like. I'll take this one, add the clip art, and you can see, and again, I can tilt it, I can drag it where I want it, I can pull the corners and make it bigger and smaller. Anything I want. Now say you had clip art already or a photo of your own or a logo that you wanted to bring in. The way you do that, come up to the top left under photo and you click add my photos, add stock photo. Now again, there's a whole library of stock photos. We'll see those later. Add from Facebook, Google Drive, Dropbox. So if you add from your own photos, you can see I've uploaded some photos before, but if, say this was on my computer, click up photos on the left. And you can see I've got my whole computer. I can go into my photos, my photo library right on, what's that coming up? See all the photos I have on my computer, or if I've got something in a folder, you can go to that folder location. I'm gonna click on this PosterMyWall logo, I'm gonna click open, and you can see it's brought it right in. Again, I can resize it, put it where I want it, move my other text. And really, I would encourage you to get in there and just start playing around and moving things around. It is really fun. Photos, you can bring in your own photos the same way, or pick from one of our hundreds, thousands, I think, of stock photos. The easiest way to do that, if there's one already on the template. Now you can add multiple photos, as many as you want to your design. But if you have like a photo like this and you want to replace it, over here on the right, there are a pair of arrows. Click replace. I'm going to go to the stock photos this time. I'm going to go to Storyblocks. Getty Images has a small upcharge, so I'm going to not pull from Getty Images today. And I'm going to say fall kids. So let's say we just want a kid, no adults. And you can see I get a lot of options. Let's see, and you can go and see what Pixabay has if you didn't like any of those. And let's take the pumpkin. It takes a few seconds to load. It's going to ask you if you want to crop the image. I'm going to tell it no. And there you go, you have replaced the photo. Now there are a lot of effects you can do with the photos. I would again go back and play with them, but the edge effects are a really nice way to make it personal and special and just unique. You can do oval, rectangle where it fuzzes it out. I like this one that it has scratched edges. Okay, so we've done the photo effects and changed the photo. Let me just check my cheat sheet here and see what else we've got. Okay, Now I'm going to show you what I think is one of our best and most fun features, and that is our animated text. So under the text, the big T, go down here, see it's brand new. At the bottom it says add animation. It gives you a text box, but unlike the other regular text, you see you click, you cannot get in there to change it. You have to change it over here on the right. So I'm going to click sale. Then I'm going to add a second slide right below where the number 1, click, I get number 2 image, and it's going to say today. Okay, so they're both input. Now I go back and click it, and I make sure that my first slide is activated. Now I'm going to pick my copy and color and things now. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to center it. And the reason I'm going to center it is because sale and today both are going to need to be centered. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply my settings to the word sale, and then I'll show you how to make it apply to the second slide too. So now I pick a font that I like. Benedict. I'm going to make this bigger and bigger and tilt it. Oops. Now you can see if you can't get at something, we have, can bring it to the front, go back. Oh, bring to front, now get my copy on top. I'm gonna move my back key up higher so he's out of my way. And I'm actually gonna click send to back. You can see now everything is behind him. He's not in my way. Sale, that's a little too tilty, so I adjust it. I make it bigger. I pick a color I like from my design so that it will match. Now I click, this is the important part, then you click apply to all slides, unless you want the fonts and colors to be different. So I click apply to all slides. I'm going to leave this setting on fade. There are other options for how that motion's going to work, but today we're just going to leave it on fade. Now I push play and you can watch. It says sale, and then it says today. So that's going to turn into a GIF when you export it, and you're going to get that motion, which really gets everyone's attention once you've got that posted on social media. Finally, I'm going to show you how to add videos. Video is under the media button. Again, you can add a video that's already on your computer or a stock video. I'm going to look for fall leaves. I'm going to take that first one. There's all kinds of choices here. Again, you can scroll pretty much forever. I add the video. And you can see you can add a video somewhere or multiple videos, any size or shape you want. I'm going to turn the whole background into a video. So the way you do that is you put it up top and you drag and you make it big, and then you get it so to get a little bigger. And there you go. Now it's completely covering everything. So what we need to do now is go to send to back. And you can see one at a time, the other elements are coming forward, and the leaves are now in the back. Now, I'm going to push play, and you can see what it looks like. If you think that's a little strong, you can go to the opacity lever, and you can fade that video back just a little bit, as much or as little as you want to get what you want. Yep. So there we go. Also, fun thing with the videos, let me click on the video. Okay, I've got my video now. You can see, I should have talked about that earlier, this menu on the right, it adjusts to whatever the item, the one on the left stays stationary, the one on the right, it changes based on whatever the item is you click. So if I go to the very outside of that border, go down to the bottom of the video, and I'm going to click flip. Oop, I'll have to move it up. Oop, I'm getting my border. And drag my border back. And you can see when I play my video, but now my leaves are going kind of sideways. So that makes it a little different and a little fun. Now say you wanted a Facebook image too of the same thing. So this is what we do, really fun and easy, resize button. Go right up here to the top, click resize. Now what you want to do is you want to click, and you can do multiple copies at once. I'm just going to do one social media, Facebook shared image. You can see it goes here. Actually, if I want to do a digital display too, got everything I'm going to do. Now, if you click copy and resize, that will save your original and make new versions. So it's saving. Continue resizing, continue resizing. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the digital display. That's slowing me down. Copy and resize. So if you're just doing social media sizes, that's much quicker because they're low resolution files. And you can see we now have a Facebook size frame, and all I would need to do is go in and adjust my elements to be whatever I wanted them to be to fit in the new layout. Move that back forward. And there we go. All right, there are a lot of other capabilities that we haven't gotten to today. You can insert menus and tables. That's over here under layout. Add schedules, menus, tables. There's all kinds of special effects you can do with your video. We have masking tools. We have a new remove background one-touch tool. That's a lot of fun. And if you have a premium subscription, you can upload your own fonts. But from here, when you're ready, you can download you go click here to download, and it will give you options, what size video you want to publish. Also, if you have a premium plan, you can publish direct to your Facebook pages or groups. You can send an email campaign direct from PosterMyWall, send it to your digital signage, embed it in your web page, or link on social media. So that's really nice. I mean, you can schedule your Facebook posts direct here from PosterMyWall. All right, so Suzy, do we have any other questions?
Nope, we had a few more questions about discounts. I replied to people directly in the Facebook comments. And hang on, does PosterMyWall use a lot of data when designing for a long time duration? Well, that's a deep question.
I'm not even sure what that means. If you could clarify what you mean by data. I mean, if you're talking about your computer's memory, I have never had any problems. I would assume if you were working at a super big size and you had multiple videos and your computer, was an older model, you won't have any problems with PosterMyWall that you don't have on other, it's your computer power. If your computer doesn't have problems on your other programs, you will be fine. If your computer, has problems running video and things, then you may have problems. But again, that's probably the computing power of the computer itself.
And I'll reply to this person in the comments and get additional details, and I can follow up with our as needed.
Thank you, Suzy.
Yep.
All right, so today we've gone through our PosterMyWall basic features. I hope you'll make time to go in. It can be a bit addictive. And if you have any additional questions, put them in the comments. And also, if there are any other topics, we're thinking of doing this regularly as an office hours and maybe focusing more in depth on just one feature at a time or just answering your questions. So let us know if there are other topics or issues with PosterMyWall that you would love to see a demo to help you solve. Anyway, thank you from both Suzy and myself and from PosterMyWall. I hope you have a really great day. Thank you.